Hi, and welcome back to IS340 Operating Systems. This is the second hands-on practice, and in this video, I will explain to you both the hands-on practice 02A, Git and GitHub, and hands-on practice 02B, your first shell program. So let's dive in right away. In this week, we'll continue to use AWS EC2 instances, Bash scripting, and Ubuntu. And since I have explained about them in the last video, I will not explain them again. And on top of that, we'll be using Git and GitHub. So with Git and GitHub, this picture is one of the many explanations on the internet about Git and GitHub, but an easier way to understand, you can think of GitHub as like a combination of Facebook and Google Cloud. So it is a place for you and other people to share their source code in your programs, and you can follow each other, or you can collaborate and work on the same project. And Git, it's basically just a backend technology to manage GitHub. So here are the basic actions that you deal with when you work with the GitHub and Git. So say if you go on github.com and there's a repository or a folder of a source code or project, and you would like to work together in this, then what you can do, it's from this repository on GitHub, you can make a copy, you can download it to your local device, and this action is called clone. And to do this with Git, you type the command git clone, and it will download a copy to your device. Now you have a copy, you make some changes, you delete some stuff, you added some stuff, then before you are ready to upload your changes back to GitHub, you will need to make a copy of all the changes that you have done. So now we're at this stage, and then you type the command git add dot. So after you copy your changes, you reviewed it, and then you said, okay, everything seems good to go. I'm ready to make a commitment to upload my changes. So we jump to this stage. And now we type the command git commit -m, stands for message, and then you put a message describing the changes that you have done. And then we go to push stage. So after you have committed all of your changes, you push or you upload it back to GitHub. So you type the command git push, and now it is on its way going to GitHub. But before it is updated into the repository that you have copied from, you need to create a pull request so that the owner of the repository get a notification saying, hey, somebody want to update some changes to your repository. And after they review it, if they say, okay, the changes looks good, I can accept it, then your pull request will be accepted, and all of your update will be shown. Otherwise, your pull request will be denied, and nothing will happen to this original repository. So once again, there's a repository in GitHub, you clone or you download it to your local device, you make some changes, you copy your changes, and then you put a message describing what you did, and then you push or you upload it back to GitHub. And of course, you have to create a pull request letting the owner know that somebody wants to do some updates. So let's have a look at github.com. This is the repository that I have created for this class. And in here, you can see the name of the repository is IS340 Spring 2020. The owner is CDU Seattle. And I have created 2 folders and a file as placeholders for you guys to work with. So now let's say I want to work with this repository. Then I need to make a copy, right? So I click on clone or download right here, and then I copy the URL, and in my device I open terminal, and so I'm in my desktop. Let me list all the items I have in my desktop for you. There's only one item. So now let's clone this repository. So I do git clone, and then I paste the URL, hit enter, and you see it's downloaded. So now if I list all the items in my desktop again, you should see the folder right here. So now let's go into this folder. You do cd change directory, and then the name of the folder, hit enter. Now we're in. If I list the components again, now you see in folder, on folder, and a readme.md file, just like you see on github.com. So let's see, say if I go into the on folder, and then let's make some changes. So how about I create a file, let's say this is a line, and then I store this line into a file called test.txt, and then hit enter. So now if I do ls, you should see that there's a test.txt file in here. So let's say this is all the changes I want to make, and now let's go back out to this IS340 folder and say, okay, I am ready to make my changes. So now I do git add dot, hit enter, and I do git commit -m, and I put a message describing what I do. So I'll say this is a demo, and then I hit enter, and then there it is. It's letting me know there's one file changed, and it's gonna be what's gonna be pushed. So before I push, as you can see right here, it says branch master, and we want to keep this branch master pure and original as a placeholder. So then I don't want you guys to push into this master branch. I want you to create your own branch, and then just push your changes into your branch so that this master branch will never be affected. So now to make it easier to understand, let's put in action. Let's say I create my own branch, so I do git branch, git checkout, and then -b stands for branch, and then let's create this one as a demo. I will name my branch demo, so I hit enter. It says switch to new branch called demo. Now let's check if I'm at the right place. If I do git branch and hit enter, you see that there are two branches in here. There's one master, that's the one I cloned from, and then the demo, it's mine branch, and that's where I am right now. It is green and it's starred. So okay, I have added my changes, I have commit my changes, now I'm ready to push them. So let's do git push origin demo. Hit enter. Oh, typo. Git push origin demo. And now it's asking me to log in, so I'm gonna log in to my GitHub. And then the password. Remember, when you type the password, it's not gonna show, so type it correctly. Keep that in mind. Let's see. Okay, hit enter. Now all of my changes is pushed up here to demo branch, and right away you can see on GitHub it's updated. It says demo branch just less than a minute ago created some stuff. So what I want you to do is you to click on compare and pull request right here, and if it says able to merge, then you're good to go. You can just click on create pull request, and you are done. The rest of it, that will be my responsibility. I will check to see if your changes are okay, and then I will merge them. But now let's go back to the repository. If I click on IS340, here I am. And on the master branch, everything's still the same. If I click on folder, there shouldn't be the new file I created. But if I switch, if I go back here, and I switch to the demo branch, and then I go to on, then there it is. This is the new file that I have created. Test.txt, there it is. This is the difference. We want to keep the master branch clean, and you make your changes and push it to your own branch. Okay, so now that's it, GitHub in a quick glance. And then the last thing I want to talk about is bash scripting. In this hands-on, you'll be writing your first program, or your first program using bash. So what I have shown you before with this terminal is that there are some of them. It's also considered bash. a script. For example, echo. It's one of the bash commands. So let's do something else. Let's say I can show you another, some other really quick bash script. Let's say if I go back into, I am into this IS340, right? And then if I go into my on folder, and then ls is list. This is also a bash script, and then it basically means list all the components inside. And then so you see there are two files in here, and then I want to see the content of my test.txt. So let's say if I do less and then the name of the file, hit enter, and it show me the content of my file. This is a line, and in fact, if I open file, if I open File Explorer, and then I go into desktop, and then I go inside here, and then I open test.txt, it will show you the same thing. This is a line. So with the hands-on practice, there will be more complicated and more exciting script for you to practice with. So I will not hold you back anymore. Go ahead and try it out, do your hands-on practice, and if there's any question, go into your course content and you should find the information to contact me if there's any issue. Have fun and see you next week. Goodbye.